Hello all, Scott Grove here, GroovyMusicLessons.com. Head on over, get some free lessons, check out all my guitars, all my guitar reviews, instruments I've owned in the past, just tons of reviews, so there's a few hundred reviews over there. You can always check those out. All my current instruments, tons of free lessons, tons of live performances, from right here in this room or at different gigs. You can check them there. Everybody that's been saying, hey, start putting some more live stuff up, it's like, man, there's like 300 songs over there if you just go look. If you look under Meet Your Teacher or Meet Scott Grove, whatever it says, go underneath that little thing on the website. Again, GroovyMusicLessons.com. No, there's no E in Groovy. G-R-O-O-V-Y. Because we like you. Okay, so head over there. There's so much cool stuff there. There's a bunch of X-rated junk. No Anthony Weiner type stuff, but we don't need that. So today, yes, this is one of the first ones. I'm getting another one of this exact same thing this week, along with the bass version of it. So 25 of these ever made. And I'll tell you the story. And it's a big one. And it goes like this. Love that song. Anyway, so it's the Kramer 1980 6-string Axe guitar. Of course, we have the aluminum neck. No need for a truss rod, because it will never ever change. It's perfect. Why they don't do it this way is because Gibson owns them now. So I know that Kramer went to wooden necks and stupid crap in the hairband days, but these are the coolest guitars they did, were anything with these necks on them. They were like Travis Bean, you know, it's all part of the same company. So amazing. Again, no such thing as yes, and there's more going on underneath this little 2-bolt system than you see. You take this out and there's a whole nother thing going on underneath there. So don't think it's a freak show. No, it's not 2 bolts holding the neck on. Okay, check it out, because you're not going to see these, and I'll have 2 of the 25. Most of the rest I've seen out there are butchered. There's a couple on sale at a couple, I don't remember if it was Sam Ash or who the hell was, and it's just, I mean, they're just trashed, poor things. But the original story was there was supposed to be 1,000 at least made that were signed. He was supposed to sign the first 1,000 guitars and basses total, you know, 500 of each or whatever. But it never happened. They parted ways way before anything ever happened. So there was a total of 200 instruments made, even though they were signed of 1,000. So this was number 122 of 1,000. It's actually 122 out of 200 total. So 25 guitars, 175 basses. Then they parted ways. So how are these put together? What do you mean, Scott? I mean, really. This is a whole different thing for you people. You can see that the blade on this, which is a true blade. I love these things. If you can see it well enough, you'll probably see it here. But yeah, this totally comes off. It goes into the body of the guitar via these 2 metal guys here. Pop those off and then this blade will come out. The whole damn blade comes out. For anybody ever wondering, yes it does. Now this looks like a real axe. Like it has done some head chopping in its days. Okay, of course it has the clear coat over it. But look at this. Nothing like the cheesy crap that has been made ever since. Okay, because after Kramer came Jackson. And they never released any to the public. Gene just had a couple. That didn't last long. And that was, of course, in the post-makeup days. And then you had BC Rich come in. Then we're not exactly sure. I had one guy that's pretty sure that he thinks BC Rich made the versions that were in Spencer Gifts, which I have all of also. All the Punisher and Axe basses and stuff from there that nobody can quite place a name on. Other people say Court made them, but that's way before Court. And then it went to Court, and they've all been nothing like this. I mean, this looks like a true deadly weapon. Now for the ones that are out there, in case you had just one pickup, the only ad they did for this guitar, they showed one with 2 pickups in it. Okay, so they're Gene and everybody he does, as long as he has his name on him, he don't care, I don't think, but he's just not real good at keeping up with things. So here's the thing, folks. Yeah, just one DiMarzio here. That's it. As far as any of these were left put out, the 25 that were released, they came out like this. Okay, if you see any other pickup other than that DiMarzio right there, PAF. Okay, that is it. That's how they came out. Now the signature too. If there's not a signature and a number, it's fake. And here, let's get rid of the finish or the signature. No, you can't, because it's under like 10 layers of clear coat. I don't know how much I can get of this on here. There we go, there's the lights. See that? You would see the signature where those lights are if it was on top. But it's deep underneath all of the clear coat. He signed all of them straight onto the paint, and then they put the clear coats on. So if you ever see one signed on top of the clear coats, run. It's a fake. Okay? So again, only 25 of these in the world, and I will have 2 as of this week. That's about it. And again, for everybody who's been wondering, and I've been checking you guys on all the forums that keep asking about them, because I have to learn about these too, so I can tell you this kind of stuff, and then I get to write them off my taxes for doing this video and putting it on groovymusiclessons.com. If I don't put it on there, and it's only on YouTube, I don't get to write 100% of this off my taxes. So this is how I get to afford to be able to do all these. They're like, what do you do for a living? I sell lessons on groovymusiclessons.com. That's it. I perform every now and then, rarely, but it's teaching. And then I have to buy enough of these every year to, and still pay in, you know, $15,000, $20,000 every year in taxes. But at least I get to write all these off as long as I do a demo on them. So you have like this fake graphite ebony fingerboard. It's like a ebonol, I think they call it, but it's amazing. Better than ebony, better than, you know, if depends on if you are a person who likes wood. So get back on the Anthony Weiner stuff, or if you're a guy that, you know, the wood don't matter, folks. Never has, never will. Anyway, not once you plug it in anyway. It feels amazing. So it's like playing a graphite fingerboard, you know, like the Modulus. Okay, we got her strapped on. I'm going to show you the distinct cheapness now. If anybody wants to know, it plugs in right back here via a switchcraft jack, which is what all the quality stuff used. A couple days ago I showed you this. It's one of 50 that just came out of the Kramer Axe guitars, which actually have the EMGs in them, stock. But see how different everything is? It's like, oh, it's painted on, and you only get 2 painted on little dings, whereas on here, I mean, this thing looks like it has done some head splitting. I mean, this looks like a real flippin' axe, man. I mean, you get in there, you get the crevices, you get the gook, but that's still clear coated, but not like, see, no court name for those that missed this. No, there's no court stuff. Indonesia there, USA in my hands, folks. And of course you know what the court stuff looks like, but if you haven't seen this, this is one of 50 with the EMG 81s and 85s. But this is what they've looked like ever since he left Kramer. So the Jacksons look like that, the BC Riches look like that, the new courts look like that, but these are the ones that Gene was famous for. Everybody's like, why did they do a 6-string guitar? It's like, why not? Guitar players want to look cool too. and it's one of the most recognized axes, excuse me, and yes, Gene Simmons owns that word now, so nobody else is allowed to use it. But he's brilliant, so give it up, Gene. We've been calling him our axes forever. He's like, well, I'm going to trademark that name now since nobody cares to. So he owns the word axe, spelled A-X-E, for a guitar. So you cannot do anything about that, or print it, or do anything unless you ask Gene first. Okay? Pretty soon when they retire, in the next 5 years or so, when Paul's ready to call it quits, Gene's got a good 10 years left in him. Paul's probably got 5 tops, because he'll want to do the family thing and the painting thing, and his voice is shot anyway. But if they live to be that long, yeah, Gene could probably go for another 10 years and milk it, but Paul don't have it in him. But I imagine Gene will do franchises on Kiss tribute bands, just like they did with the Beatles. Beatlemania is the only one that's allowed to exist. Anybody else can get sued huge. So I imagine Gene, since Kiss owns all the makeup, and all these bands are out there making all this money off their songs and wearing their makeup, he owns that makeup. Those characters, he owns it. He could stop any band he wants, and I'm sure he will. And then either select certain bands for certain areas and different countries that have to be up to a certain standard, and those can be the only band. He'll probably handpick the members. Yes, I've been watching Three Sides of the Coin. Great stuff here on YouTube. Go check those guys out. Just put in 3 Sides of the Coin. Good Kiss stuff between 3 guys, or sometimes 4 guys when they have guests. But they talk about all this stuff, or a Kiss 2.0, maybe Nick Simmons, and then Paul Stanley's son plays guitar also. And then if it will continue, or would it have been any good had Kiss actually ended up being Ace Frehley and Peter, and Gene and Paul weren't there, and then they got 2 replacements? No, because Paul and Gene are workers, and Ace and Peter are slackers. No matter how you feel about them, you know, their work ethic isn't there, so that it never would have worked. So, will there be a Kiss 2.0 in somewhere? Will Kiss keep going without Gene and Paul? Basically, that's what it is. Or will they franchise tribute bands out since they own all the makeup? Okay, let's check the guitar. Not too many ways to check it. It's one pickup, kids. Like a Les Paul Jr., but it's got... It's that. You get to work with one pickup. Okay? Many of us have, especially in the 80s. So you have to work with tone controls. Yes, I have a compressor on. If you don't want the compressor, here it is without it. Okay, so yes, I'm going to play country on the axe. Country. You're like, no! I'm like, hell yeah! Let's do it. Let's turn that compressor on. And let's go to Wildwood Flower. Let's see. So anyway, there is the guitar playing one pickup. What can you do? Kick the volume pedal up and get some natural tube distortion. Reverb, I love it, but that's tube distortion, 212. 12AX7s for the preamp. We can do some Jackson Browne, be really mellow. Back in the days, yeah, actually came off this soundtrack. Yeah, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Dude, that's my skull! I'm so wasted! You know, Spicoli, man, he's my hero from back in the day. So, again, people wondering why I wear the shoes. That movie, they were playing that song, Somebody's Baby, Jackson Browne. When the young girl's getting laid out there in the dugout at the baseball field. Okay, we'll shut that up. Distortion time. Let's see. What can I do? I don't know. It's all good. Sounds like distortion. Speeding Back to My Baby. I'm on an Ace Frehley kick today. Speeding Back to My Baby, if you remember that. Go up and do, where is it? Too many damn things here. Go do Gene's bass solo. That's how that It's just groovy as all get out. Another thing that some of you may not know, I'll go ahead and get off the guitar because it just sounds like a guitar with one DiMarzio in it. And it's perfect because the neck cannot go out. Much better than wood necks. Same with the modulus graphite stuff and so many others, carbon fiber necks and so forth that you never need to adjust. Why would you go for a wooden neck? I don't know. But anyway, these are great. Right here, you see these going through these little bits of, looks like pulleys and winches and pulleys and, okay, what those actually are just little steel pins going right into the steel nut. Yes, this is the best invention ever, the 0 fret. Best thing to be put on a guitar ever. Every guitar should have one. That way your open notes sound exactly the same as your fretted notes. Okay? Bone nuts, bullshit. Any other kind of nut, bullshit. Graphite, bullshit. Exactly the same as your other stuff. So your open notes will sound the same as your fretted notes. Common sense. Common sense went out the window years ago. That's why you guys all have crappy ones and these are good. Okay, these little guys, what they are see how good my camera actually can do. Okay, again, they are pins, and you can almost see one, the closest one to you. Those are ball ends off guitar strings for string guides. Yes, that's what they are. And whatever they use, the Darios or whatever back when, they would just put the strings on, and anything that would break they throw in the pile, and those became part of your nut system. So that's what they are. And they work beautifully. Okay? They keep your strings going straight. And then when they do have to turn and curve, they're not being bound at a nut. So you don't have to put nut sauce or Gorilla Snot or whatever you guys have to use, just graphite. Bullshit. That works. Okay, so this is perfect. Everything since is shit. Roller nuts are great. The LSR stuff is great. This is great. Anything else, bullshit. I know you guys all have guitars, and none of them ever bind anywhere. You all have the acoustics that when you're grabbing that G string and you're going, and you're almost, it goes kink, and goes way sharp. I know none of you guys own that. Okay, if they were all like this, you would never have to adjust your truss rod from here to, I'm in the desert, to California, to Antarctica, to anywhere else. These are perfect. They are the shiznit. Okay, so once again, 1 of 25 in the world. Right there, folks. Enjoy it. You'll see one more of these later on this week, and the bass guitar version, 1 of 175. Okay, they're coming in together because they were sold together as a set to me from Georgia. Okay, so back when guitars were made good, another pickup on there or two would have been cool, but again, look for the fakes because they are out there big time these days. Okay, so once again, Scott Grove, Groovy Music Lessons.com. Check out all the guitars, check out all the reviews, check out all the lessons, check out all the fun crap on there, and just a bunch of bullshit stories, and all. There's so much to get in trouble with on there. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, go there and have some flippin' fun. Okay? So you guys take care, and I'll see you later on this week with the other new old Axis. Okay? Talk to you later.